everyone, my name is Jerry and welcome to today's video. Today, as you read by the title, or if you can't read, I'm going to say it for you. We're going to be building a beige modern farmhouse in The Sims 4 today. This house was built on a 40 by 30 lot in Newcrest. And for this house was very much inspired by the trend going around. I don't think it's a very recent trend, but I've been seeing it a lot more recently of people having these like very neutral, very beige kind of houses. And I really wanted to build something like that because people hate it. Like, there are people online who really do not like this kind of house style, which is where the term basic beige came from, of like people picking out a color for their walls or a color for their furniture, and they always choose this like beige kind of creamy kind of color. And I think it looks pretty. I think it looks pretty nice. But people online hate it, especially when they see like someone renovating a house or renovating like an old Victorian home and then they turn it into like this basic beige kind of like very modern farmhouse vibe. So I really wanted to build something like that in The Sims because I don't know. I used to be a modern farmhouse girl, you know? I used to always build modern farmhouses. They were my thing because they were quite simple to build and it didn't take a lot of time on the exterior. So I built them a lot when I first started building in The Sims. Now, funny enough, I'm very much a Victorian kind of girl. I love Victorian houses. I love building them. I love furnishing them. I don't even really like furnishing in general, so the fact that I actually like furnishing Victorian houses says a lot. But for this house, I wasn't looking at any sort of reference image on Pinterest or anything. I just kind of built this off the top of my head because, I used to be a modern farmhouse expert, so I know what I'm doing. And I also know that a lot of modern farmhouses have black windows on the outside, which is what I was trying to go for at first. But then I was realizing that if they were going to be black on the outside, then they were also going to be black on the inside, which wouldn't really fit with the whole like whites and cream kind of thing that I was going for. I mean, I probably could have made it work if I really, really wanted to, but I didn't really, really want to. So I ended up changing the window colors to be white in the end. Also, I built this house months ago. Like, I'm talking last year type of months ago. I think I built this like 6 or 7 months ago, and I also uploaded it that long ago as well. So it's already on the gallery if you want it. I'm kind of sad that I built this months ago, given the fact that we've had so many updates and so many new packs since then. Like the refined living room kit, for example. I love that kit, and I've been using it so often with like some of my other newer builds that I've been making. And so it sucks that I didn't have it for this build because that would have fit so nicely. Because when I tell you, I struggled so badly with the interior of this house, I struggled a lot, especially given the fact that a lot of stuff in The Sims 4 doesn't come in like beige, like The Sims 4 is very, very colorful, and I usually go for like darker browns and more colorful stuff anyway, so it's not really that huge of a deal. But when it comes to building like, this whole basic beige kind of style, it's really hard to achieve that in The Sims, but I tried my best. And also the new base game update with the new counters, when I tell you, I struggled so badly with the counters in this house. You're gonna see it later because we're about to go inside in a little bit, and I started with the kitchen. I could not for the life of me pick out any sort of counters to go in this house. I went for Parenthood, Jungle Adventure, I went for Dream Home Decorator. Like, I was going back and forth with so many different counters. And in the end, I think I went for the ones in from Jungle Adventure, which are fine, I guess, but the newer ones would have looked so good and they would have matched the style so well. As you can see, we are now in the kitchen and I I already built it and everything. This is because like I said, I struggled so badly and I didn't want you to watch me put down and delete counters 57 times. So I just started at this point, just so that you can see the general layout of the kitchen that I go for. I think I switched the fridge to be on the other side instead, but yeah, as you can see, I was trying to go for these Dream Home Decorator ones, and then I just got irritated. I didn't even start cluttering it or anything. I just moved on to this little breakfast nook over here. And for this area, I used this table from Jungle Adventure. And then I also used these chairs for a little while, but when we move on to the dining room, I think I changed these chairs out for the ones from the base game. And also something that I struggled with so much that would have not really been that big of an issue if I would have had the newer packs. Oh, we've moved on now. Is rug selection. I struggled so much with the rugs because, like I said, The Sims 4 is very, very colorful, especially the rugs. So we don't have a lot of plain options. However, with the new rugs that come from like Comfy Gamer or Refined Living Room, like they would have fit so well into this house. But as you can see now, I have chosen these counters from Jungle Adventure and I'm sticking to these. This is what we're going with, and I'm now cluttering up the kitchen. I actually really do like this kitchen despite my struggle with it. I think it turned out pretty nicely. Like I said, I think it would have looked even better with the newer counters from the base game update. However, we do not have that. Speaking of which, I have not uploaded in so long. I think it's been like 8 months since my last upload, and I'm very sorry to my one subscriber, but yeah, I have not uploaded anything, and we have so much to catch up on because so much has happened in The Sims. Like I said, that huge base game update where we got a bunch of new items. We also got a bunch of new cast stuff as well, which I really love. There's like this new dress in cast that I adore. It's like this kind of bodycon type dress, and it looks so good. I gave it to my test sim for her formal wear, and it looks amazing. Um, and we also had 5 new kits. I think we're getting a new one pretty soon. I think it's a kitchen clutter kit. And I think we're also getting another cast kit. I can't really remember. However, I'm very excited for a kitchen clutter kit because when I tell you finding kitchen clutter in The Sims is very, very difficult because we do not have a lot of kitchen clutter. So getting more is going to be an absolute freaking lifesaver. Also, we have a new expansion pack coming out, and I feel like I could cry because it's a business and hobbies expansion pack, and we get to have multi-functional lots. You guys, when I tell you, this is my all-time dream. I wanted multifunctional lots in The Sims for so long. Like you always building lots where it's like, oh, a gym and a spa, or like, where you build lots and there's like a bakery or something on the bottom and then on the top you have your house. But that doesn't really work like that because you can't actually live there. I mean, you could stay there and just never leave the lot, but that's not really considered your house because if you were to leave the lot and then go home, you would go back to your actual residential lot. But the fact that we can have residential lots and business lots on the same lot, I just said lot a lot. Okay, I don't know what I'm saying, but you know what I mean. That is so exciting, and I literally cannot wait. I'm going to be building so many multifunctional lots, like so many of those New York style houses and apartments where you have like all those businesses on the bottom and then all the apartments on the top. I'm going to be building so many of those, and hopefully you guys get to see it because I do really want to upload more. I know I haven't been that consistent, but I do want to be more consistent. I have like 2 other builds right now that I'm currently sitting on besides this one, and those are more like newer and using more of the newer stuff. So hopefully you guys do get to see that, and I hope that I can be consistent with my weekly uploads. I want to post weekly. That is my goal. My goal for 2025, my New Year's resolution is to upload weekly on YouTube. And hopefully, maybe I can up it to like 2 times a week. Oop, that's a big ask. That's really big. But hopefully, I do get to at least meet one of those goals. If I can upload at least once a week, I will be happy. However, I will not kick myself if I do not end up meeting that goal because I do still have my big girl job that I've been really busy with, which is the reason why I haven't been that consistent. I'm gonna blame it everything but my own procrastination. Um, I'm not the problem. It's the simple fact that I've just been so busy, you guys. Like, being an adult is really hard. But anyway, as you can see, we basically finished up with the dining room by now. I'm just cluttering up this little cabinet from Juggle Adventure, and I did change the chairs in that breakfast nook to be the ones from base game, like I thought I would. And I also used this table and chairs from Jungle Adventure. Jungle Adventure was coming in clutch for this, okay? Jungle Adventure surprisingly has a lot of very like creams and whites and neutrals, which I love because they also have the really colorful swatches as well, which The Sims 4 has been really good about doing recently is they've been giving us these like very colorful swatches and also very neutral swatches as well. But since I didn't have like any of the really new stuff at this time, I was struggling a little bit. But I mean, to be honest, maybe it's just my fault. Like maybe I should be putting a little bit blame on myself of like not just being able to use all of the items to my advantage because I probably could have not struggled as much, but interiors are not my strong suit, especially when there's barely any color. Like, I can't do it. Like, I am a dark woods, lots of color type of person. I'm not into the whole basic beige aesthetic. I don't have any problems with it, like a lot of people on the internet do. I don't really care how you decorate your house because it's not my house, and I don't really have time to be worried about anybody else's business. I'm too broke for that. But, you know, if somebody's house is this style, I don't really care. I'm just not very good at decorating it because this is not my style. Even in real life, I'm very much a dark kind of person. I love dark woods. I love black. I love sage green. My room has a lot of green in it. Like, if I could color drench my room, I absolutely would, but I unfortunately can't paint my walls and stuff. And like I said, I'm too broke for that. So anyway, as you can see, we have now moved on into the family room, which is the room just off of the kitchen. And this room has the most color out of every room in the house because it's been like taken over by the kids. So I imagine that the family or the parents of this house, whoever decorated it, put all this like creamy, nice furniture in here, and then the kids kind of took it over with their toys. I imagine that they did still have a little bit of control over like what kind of toys were supposed to go in here, but the kids spend a lot of time in here. So maybe they do their homework in here, they play games in here, they just do a lot of stuff in here. And toys are going to be colorful no matter what, especially in The Sims. Like, we do not have a lot of like neutral looking toys, which I guess is a good thing because, toys are supposed to be colorful. But something that's really going to date this video is the pillows on the couch. I'm using these pillows right now from that one creator pack. I completely forgot the name of it, but at the time of me building this house, I didn't have the like new pillows that we got with the very first Sims event. So you know how the Sims is running events in the game now? I think right now they have the time travel event happening for the 25th birthday of the Sims. Um I didn't have the pillows that came with the very first event that they did. I don't even know, can't remember the reasoning why they did this very first event. But in that event, we got decorative pillows and they're like more plain. They don't have any patterns or any gold on them at all. They're just like come in plain basic colors, and all the base game colors. And I didn't have those pillows at the time. I think I did replace the pillows with those pillows because I did get them towards the end of this build because the event was running at this time of me building this, but that really dates this video of how long ago I built this house because that first event happened like months ago at this point. So, yeah. Now we are moving on into the main living room, which is the first room that you see when you first walk into the house. And this living room was a bit of a struggle. I struggled, like I said before, with the furniture, especially with the couch choices. I think I was going to use these ones from cottage living, but I think I end up using the ones from Book Nook Kit. I either end up using these ones or the ones from the Book Nook Kit. Either one, I don't really can't really remember. That is the issue with having built this house so long ago, was the fact that I can't really remember every single thing that I did, and I'm mostly just finding out with you as I'm watching back this speed build and doing the voiceover. The only thing that I remember is that I struggled, especially with this little corner over here. I could not for the life of me figure out what to put over here. I ended up putting a window in that corner, and I was just like, I'm just gonna cover this wall with the window. I'm gonna put a window right here because it was a lot. I could not for the life of me figure out what to do in that space. It was stressing me out a lot. I ended up putting just a little side table with like a little bit of clutter on it. And here I am switching out the couches. I don't know if I keep these couches. I really cannot remember. I think I did though. I was trying to have that aesthetic where they have just, like lots of throw pillows and blankets because that's one thing I see a lot in this kind of style was that people put just decorative pillows and blankets, literally just decorative because I don't even think that I don't imagine that this particular room gets used that often. I think it's literally just here for show. I think they mostly just use the family room, especially since that room has the TV in it. I didn't think of it too in depth of a storyline for this house because I was mostly just inspired by the build style. So anyone can really live here. Also, this is the first time that I actually put the interior fireplace at the same spot where the exterior chimney is at. I usually don't ever do that, because I usually just put the fireplace wherever it works out in the floor plan. But with this house, I feel like the floor plan worked out really, really well. I actually quite like it. It's like you walk in and this is the front room, and then behind this room, behind those like double doors, is an office, and then you walk to the left, and that's where you're greeted by the dining room. And then if you keep walking further left, you're into the kitchen and the breakfast nook area space. And then next to that room is the family room with the TV and stuff. And I actually quite like this floor plan. I didn't struggle too much, even though I didn't show you me doing it, but I usually don't do that. I don't ever show me doing the floor plan or the like wallpaper and flooring because it takes me so long to figure out. It actually is insane. I hate floor planning. It's one of my least favorite parts of building any sort of house. If I could just literally just build the exterior of homes and then be done, I would. But because I play The Sims a lot, I can't ever do that because obviously my Sims are gonna need a spot to like live and eat and stuff. I can't just not build an interior to the house. And I only ever play in houses that I build because I never want to be in a position where I don't have a lot of any of the packs that other people have because I don't have every single pack. I think I don't have like maybe 4 or 5 of them. I don't know exactly how many packs I don't have, but I don't have every single one. I know I don't have Journey to 2. I don't have Luxury Party. I don't have my first pet stuff. I don't have Love Struck either because I watch a lot of Sims YouTubers, if you couldn't tell. And one thing is that I'm always seeing with the Love Struck pack is that couples are constantly sitting outside and stargazing or cloud gazing. And I'm sorry, but that would annoy me so bad. It annoys me every single time I see it in other people's videos, and I know that if I see it in my own gameplay, it's gonna actually piss me off. Like it's gonna genuinely make me mad, and I just don't want to deal with that. I don't at all. So I'm avoiding the Love Struck pack until they fix that. I don't I don't even know if I'm really gonna get it, if I'm honest. I don't really care too much about any of the build and buy. I think it looks really nice. I think it looks really cool. A lot of the wallpapers are really cool, and I like fun, funky wallpapers and stuff. However, I'm not really that interested if I'm honest, especially with the new love system. It's like you can they updated the love system or the romance and to make it so that you have to actively be romantic with your partner. And that's great and all. Like, that sounds so fun. That sounds amazing. However, I don't really this is gonna sound so bad, but I don't really care about my Sims romantic life outside of like I don't know. It's just obviously if it's fits with the storyline that I'm doing, then I do care, you know? However, if I'm moving on to a different sim, like because I play generationally, so it's like I'll start off with my heir and then I'll have them have kids and then they'll have kids and it'll be great. And then I'll move on and I'll be playing with the kid as the new heir to my legacy. I'm not gonna care if their mom and their dad are still, or just, their parents in general. I'm not gonna care if they're still romantic with each other. And if they want a divorce because I'm not allowing them to be romantic, do it yourself. Like, You wanna talk about how there's so much more, like, Sims will do stuff on their own now? Okay, so plan your own date. You know? Woohoo by yourself. I don't wanna have to constantly be babysitting my Sims and making sure that they're being romantic with each other just so that they don't fall out of love. It's realistic, okay? You know, and I appreciate the realism. However, I just don't care that much. And I'm sorry to my Sims, but I don't really care about your romance life. I don't care about your romantic life. I'm sorry. But anyways, we are now into the office space, and I really do like this office space. I don't like the bookshelves that much, but I wanted bookshelves that would cover the wall, and these ones really did a good job of that. I just put a bunch of clutter in there so that it didn't look like the same bookcase repeatedly. I try to cover up some of the clutter that's like already in the bookcase and to just, kind of make it look a little bit different from each other. And I do really like how the clutter turned out. And I do really like this room, even though I did struggle with it a little bit, especially on what to put in the other corner. I did put this grand piano from Wedding Stories. I have Wedding Stories. I was gonna say that I don't have it, but I do have it. Because I bought it a while ago, just out of the pure want of wanting like a decorative cake for my wedding. But anyways, I put this grand piano in there from Wedding Stories, and I think that's like such a beautiful piano, and I love it so much. And yeah, I ended up putting these like paneling. They're either from City Living or they're from Eco Lifestyle behind it because that wall was so empty and I didn't like know what to do with it entirely. So I kind of skipped over it because I didn't put anything there on camera, but then later on I figured out what I wanted to do right there, so I ended up putting that paneling on the wall. Also in that room, I ended up using a desk from Discovery University, and with that desk, it has this weird indent on the front. So every single computer that you put on that desk is going to look like it's hanging off of the edge. So in order to avoid that, I put the computer on a smaller desk and then I sized down the desk and put it in between and like put it underneath the desk from Discovery University, and then I covered it up with this like poof table thing from Nifty Knitting, and it worked out really well. It does work because I connected the chair instead of to the bigger desk, I connected it to the tiny one, and it ended up working really well. I already play tested this whole house, and I wanted to make sure to play test that so I can, make sure that the computer still worked, and it does. And yeah, so now we are into the primary bedroom of this house. And there, I did say that there are five bedrooms in this house, but I only show you four of them because the other one is a guest bedroom, and that bedroom is downstairs next to the office. I do have a screenshot of it at the end of the video if you really do want to see it. However, I just don't show it in this video because it's very plainly decorated and it's very boring. So I was just like, I'm not really gonna show this. It's mostly just a guest bedroom, because a lot of people have guest bedrooms in their house and it's very plain. There's not much clutter in there. It's very boring. And so I didn't even record myself decorating it, so I couldn't even include it in the video, even if I wanted to. But yeah, we are now in the primary bedroom. And I made this like little wardrobe thing using the shelving, like the clothing racks from high school years. And then I combined it with these book nook kits, bookshelves. And then this is a side table from laundry day. And I kind of just turned it around because I didn't like any of the clutter on the front of it. So I just kind of turned it around and I didn't want to like clutter it so that I, to cover it up. So I just turned it around and it worked out pretty well and I like it. I wanted some kind of wardrobe over there and I couldn't figure out for the life of me what to put there. But here I'm changing these curtains to be white. I do go through the entire house and I change all of the curtains in the house to be white. I did originally have them to be like the creamy beige color. However, after kind of looking at everything and especially after doing this bedroom, I kind of realized that I wanted the white curtains instead. And now we're moving on to this bathroom. This is the ensuite bathroom is very, very small, and this is not the biggest bathroom in the house. This is just the only bathroom that I end up showing you. I don't know why. I should have showed you the one in the hallway because it's a lot bigger and probably a lot more interesting to look at, but I didn't even record me decorating that bathroom. So again, I couldn't even show it to you if I wanted to, but this bathroom is very small. It's very boring, and I don't know why I'm including it, but yeah, I probably could have just skipped over this. There's I think there's 4 or 5 bathrooms. I think there's 4. There's 1 downstairs and there's 3 upstairs, I think. Yeah. And now we're moving on into the teenager's bedroom. And for this bedroom, I really, really like it. And I wanted it to have that kind of Pinterest girl kind of aesthetic. Because you know, when you look up bedrooms on Pinterest and you see all these bedrooms with like lots of plants, lots of whites, and it's so dreamy looking. And it's like, wow, that's my dream bedroom. I want to live in there. That's kind of the vibe that I was trying to go for because I remember being younger and looking at these bedrooms on Pinterest and being like, wow, that's what I want my room to look like. I really like this bed from high school years. It's so pretty, and I have yet to use it in this swatch because it's just a plain white swatch with like these floral patterns on them. And I really, really do like it, and I enjoyed being able to use this swatch for the first time. I used a lot of high school years in this one room. Like this one room has so much high school years. I think the desk I used from high school years, the dresser I used from high school years, it's I think it's mostly just because with high school years, it came with like lots of matching sets. So like dressers, desks, and side tables, they all came in like I think there were like 3 matching sets or something. And yeah, I ended up using one desk from high school years, not this one. This is also a desk from high school years, but I don't end up using this one because I decided to go with like lots of whites. I end up using this one and I used the same matching side table. And then I also used I don't think this came with a matching desk. I think this is the matching one, although I could be honestly 100% completely wrong about that. I don't think it is though. But this armchair with like this little egg shape is also from high school years. And this is a type of chair that I see all the time. It mostly hangs from the ceiling. Like in real life, this would hang from the ceiling. I think they're all also chairs that have this little stand as well. But a lot of times when I see it, it is hanging from the ceiling. And I used to die for this chair. Like I wanted this chair so bad when I was younger because it looked so cool. It was like in all of the YouTuber videos that I watched, and I was like, God, I really want this chair one day. And low key, I kind of still do. I kind of still do want this chair because it's so nice, and in real life, it's so pretty. And The Sims is kind of small. It's like a lot bigger in real life. In real life, this chair like swallows you whole. But that's what I used to love about it. Like, just wanted to be able to sit in that chair and just swallow myself into it, and just cover myself in all the blankets and pillows. It's like one of those things where it's like, I want to grab a book and some tea because I don't drink coffee. And I just want to sit there and be all comfy and cozy. I kind of have a chair similar to that in my room now. It's not hanging from the ceiling or sitting on a stand. It's just like, it's kind of egg shaped. I don't really know how to explain it, but I got it off of Amazon and I thought it was cute because I wanted a chair in my room because I wanted to like sit down and be able to watch my TV in the chair and not in my bed. So I got this chair and it's really cute. It's not even really my chair anymore. It's mostly just my cat's chair. She lays in that chair a lot more than I do. She's laying in it right now and she's currently staring at me as I do this voiceover. Anyways, we are now moving on into the nursery. Now, I really wanted to include a nursery in this because with this whole basic beige aesthetic, one thing that people get really, really upset about are beige nurseries. Like people get so upset if your nursery is anything but rainbow looking and colorful, but it can't be too colorful because then it's too much and then it's too tacky. But if it doesn't have any color and it's mostly just cream and whites, then you're boring and your kid is gonna hate their life and they're gonna hate their room, they're gonna hate you. Like I'm pretty sure a baby does not care about what color their room is. I don't know, maybe it's like a psychological thing where maybe they do care and maybe certain colors make babies feel happier. I don't really know. I don't have a baby. I only have a nephew. Um, but I don't really know anything about colors relating to the psychological development of children. But I'm pretty sure they don't really care, especially since it's a baby. And I'm like, when they grow up, they can choose. At least I hope that their parents will let them choose, like, hey, can I have my walls to be pink or brown? I don't know why they would want brown, but you know what I mean. And for this room, I ended up using these paintings from the gallery. I'll put the name on the screen. I ended up using these same paintings in my shell challenge build. Not my shell challenge. It was a little simply shell challenge that I ended up doing on my channel. And if you want to see it, you can go watch it. Um, but yeah, I ended up using those same paintings because we don't have a lot of just, plain regular paintings for kids' rooms. A lot of them are very colorful. Like I said, like a lot of the things in The Sims is just super colorful, especially kids stuff. Like it's very, very hard to find kids stuff that isn't, rainbow colored. So I just ended up using these paintings off of the gallery because they were just plain. And now we are moving on into the kids' bedroom. And for this bedroom, I really wanted to have lofted beds because a lot of the videos that I see, whenever someone's like, renovate my kids' bedroom with me, let's upgrade their bedroom so that, it can be better. They always give them a lofted bed every single time. Like, I don't know what it is with this trend of people giving their kids lofted beds for their renovation, but I mean, honestly, if I was a kid, I would want a lofted bed. That's what that's exactly what I would want. So, I can't even judge too hard. But every single time they're like, let's upgrade my kid's room, it's always a lofted bed. Every single time. It without fail. So yeah, I really wanted to have lofted beds in this room. And I put two of them because it's like, oh, this room was a little bit too small, so let's give them two lofted beds to utilize the space, And under one, I put a desk, and under another one, under this one, I put a little armchair. I think I just put a lamp next to it with a book. I'm not too sure. I don't really remember, but I used this chair from paranormal stuff, and I really do like this chair. I tried to use this chair downstairs, but I didn't really like it downstairs, so I just ended up using it in here. And I feel like this room was definitely one of the rooms where it's like the parents decorated this room. I feel like with the teenagers' room, maybe they had a lot more um control over how they decorate their room. I think the parents just got lucky that the teenager is really into that like Pinterest-esque kind of neutral style. But with this room, I imagine it was one of those videos on TikTok or Instagram where they're like, renovate my kid's room with me. And they just picked out all of this furniture and built these lofted beds for them. A lot of DIY goes on Instagram and TikTok where they're like, renovate this room. And they do construction work. And I'm like, oh my God, where did y'all learn how to do this? Because I need to know. Like, I want to renovate my house. I mean, I don't have a house. I don't own a house. It's expensive out here. But yeah, a lot of times with these renovation videos, it's always people constructing something. So I imagine that maybe they did construct these beds. I tried to use different ones from Dream Home Decorator. These beds are from Dream Home Decorator, but I tried to use the other ones because they looked a little bit more like DIY, like someone built them. But I didn't really like the sheets on the bed. I think they were like this reddish kind of color, and they were alright, but I didn't really like it too much. So yeah, I ended up going with these other ones from Dream Home Decorator, and I like these ones, and I think that they're cute. And I use these little butterflies from the kids' room stuff pack. I think that these butterflies are so cute, and I don't use them enough. I need to use them more, and I tried to use them in a white swatch. However, they were too bright when they're white. I never realized how much light emits from these butterflies, but they do glow, like they do light up, but they glow so much. And I didn't even realize it until it was white inside of this cream beige room with all of this other white and bright furniture. It looked too much. So I ended up using a pink swatch, and it worked out really well because it matched the bed sheets. But now we are finally back outside to finish up the landscaping in the exterior. And for this landscaping, I wanted it to look, I guess, manicured and like these people did it themselves, you know? Because a lot of times when it's like when people are renovating their houses, I see a lot of people plant their own plants. They they do their own garden and stuff. So I kind of wanted to give off that vibe with this house, and I wanted to make it look like they made their own pavement and stuff like that. These people are very hands-on when it comes to their home, and they mostly made the house by themselves and not built the entire structure, but like renovated it to fit their aesthetic more. So I kind of made the landscaping very minimal, which is very hard for me because I like a lot of landscaping. Like I will do too much landscaping sometimes. So it was very hard for me to limit myself to only doing like just a few bushes, but I sectioned it off with this like low-lying fence. And then I used these ferns from the base game, and I only used that and like these low-lying bushes, those like square modern bushes as well. And that was like the only type of plants that I used in this landscaping because I really wanted to look like these people planted these plants by themselves and maybe they ripped up their own landscaping so that it would fit with their aesthetic more. We can't really tell if this landscaping looks good or not, mostly just because it's not really my own style. So I'm just being really judgmental of it, being like, "Ugh, it's too boring, it's like not good." But I think it's just because I really love like lots and lots of plants and like really just covering my entire builds in plants and stuff. So the fact that I wasn't doing it for this build just was like, ugh, I need more. Like it doesn't look good. It doesn't look complete. It doesn't look finished. But it ended up being fine. I think it still looks pretty nice for what it is, even though there's not like an abundance of plants around. And also for this house in the backyard, I have a pool, there's an outdoor kitchen, and there's also this little pergola thing that I made with columns and I put like a glass roof on top of it as well. And I was gonna sink it. I did think about sinking it just like a little bit, because I do see that a lot when people have like these like sunken parts in their backyard, and I thought that it would look pretty nice. However, I didn't do it. I did think about it though. If you download this house, there's like a little idea for you to like sink the backyard, like the little pergola area that I made. But now we are into the backyard, and I believe that is everything for this build. So I'm gonna go because I've been talking a lot and I don't really have anything else to say about this build. If you like it, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is jerryspillz with a Z. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I promise I will be posting more. I do have more videos that currently sitting on. I think I have like two or three. All I need to do is just edit them and then do the voiceover and everything. And I promise I will be posting them. I will not go ghost for 8 months again, even though I'm pretty sure no one really cares, given the fact that I have like one subscriber, I think, which I'm very grateful for. But yeah, so I will be back posting more videos on this channel, I promise. So yeah, please do subscribe and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone.